My name is David Daroff. I work with the Marriage Recovery Center. I'd like to talk to you today about blended families. Perhaps in your life you had found a spouse, but then something went wrong. Maybe there was a moral failure and it ended in divorce, or perhaps a spouse that got ill and passed away, or an accident happened. In either case, you find yourself alone and with the added pressure of not having a spouse to help care for your children. So you found somebody who you loved and loves you, and you went to the process of forming a blended family. But it doesn't quite look like the Brady Bunch. Step families are common, but they actually don't have a very high success rate. A traditional family ends in divorce 30 to 35% of the time, where a blended family can end in divorce about 60 to 70%, or roughly 2 to 1, if there are children involved. We don't want that to happen. We would like the success rate to be better. Certainly it's not a zero-sum game. You can find a way to make these things work. We have found that if we're paying just attention to our own needs, that's where the breakdown is. My experience says that relationships have very many unstated expectations. Men remarry with the hope that their new wife will bring some much needed nurturing. Moms remarry hoping that they'll get a stable man to be a role model for their children. But what happens is that the mother often becomes the wicked stepmother. The husband can feel the tug of war between him, his wife, and his children, and negotiating those waters can be pretty rocky. Men want new children to be respectful. They often demand it. But the children see him as a person who is taking their mother's attention. Women want children to love them and accept them and to be a place that they can pour out the much love that they actually have. And it really hurts a lot when the children reject them. If you're looking at a blended family that way, we need to take a look at what the children are expressing in terms of their needs. What should we do? Children need a stable place to grow. They've often gone through their lives having that completely blown up because of a divorce or the loss that they have faced. They have fear and insecurity, and they would wish, as we wish, for a peaceful and happy life. Many children feel like they were the cause of the divorce, and that will set up the roots of possible future disorders. In psychology, it would be like the carrying on of the disabled pieces of us. And so we end up dealing with things throughout our lives because of things that happened. The second thing, what do we do? I believe we give a united front. If you can be triangulated against each other, your children will manipulate and disrupt. If you're united, they will not break that down, and they will feel the security of it. Children naturally love a place that's secure. I would suggest that you offer them positive guidance, not discipline in terms of punishment, but actually having them choose better things, helping them make better choices, helping them to choose positive things as opposed to negative. And finally, be united in your love for your spouse. You actually love them, you care about them, you want to make a family together, a place where love abounds. So if you belong to God first, and God loves, and you're members of His house, this is what Ephesians tells us. We're members of His house. We are part of His household. It says this in chapter 2, verse 19. So then you are no longer strangers and aliens, but you are fellow citizens with the saints and members of the household of God. So, as God's children, let's live together in love. Let's help our children to find that love, have peace, and have harmony, and a togetherness that will actually bring you delight. Thank you for listening.